Good afternoon and welcome to a celebration of the presidency of Dr. Robert C. Maxson and the university's First Lady, Dr. Sylvia Maxson. We're pleased to have so many friends of the university join us, all of whom have been touched by both Maxsons during their tenure at the university. President Maxson and the students have been gathering at the fountain at Brotman Hall and will be walking over to the Walter Pyramid. They will be arriving at the blue entrance in just a few minutes. This is a traditional walk over to the pyramid in a manner that has been done on many, many occasions in the past when President Maxson instituted the walkovers from the residence halls for many events, many sporting events right here in this facility. Let's take a look at some of the activities that have just moments ago taken place at the fountain at Brotman Hall, where our students have gathered to honor their beloved President and First Lady.
Thank you to the dance team and the cheer team. You guys make this school awesome. And I am pleased to present to you guys the man of the decade, the man that created Go Beach, our very own beloved President Maxson.
Thank you guys so much, and thank you for being here. And you know, I sort of have a joke around here. When you see students on Friday afternoon, I say, well, there's freshmen. They've not learned to make a schedule with no Friday afternoon classes. Anyway, I want you to know, and I had two reporters on the same day come to see me, one from the Press Telegram and one from the Daily 49er come to see me, and they asked me, they said, tell me, and this happened about 3 weeks ago, they said, tell me, what advice will you give to the new president? Just very briefly. They didn't want me to talk long. They said, very briefly, what would you say should be the priority of the new president? What word would you give to them? I said, I can give them 3 priorities, and if they'll do these, if they'll follow these 3 priorities, I promise them they'll be successful at Long Beach State. The first priority is students. The second priority is students. The third priority is students. I said, you tell the new president, whomever that may be, if you always put students first, if you always say, what about the students? How does this affect the students? You can't fail as a president. I love students, and the only reason any of us are here is because of you guys. Thank you so much. I love you, and go Beach.
And we've brought back some very, very special guests for you, President Maxson, and I'd like to introduce them. We have ASI President Michael Johnson from 2004-2005. We have ASI President Danny Vivian from 2002-2004. We have ASI President Wayne Stickney Smith from 2001-2002. ASI President Robert Garcia from 2000-2001. ASI President Toby Sexton from 1999-2000. ASI President Christy Zamani from 1998-1999. ASI President Naomi Rodriguez from 1997-1998. ASI President Carl Kemp from 1995-1997. And ASI President Susie Aramash Price from 1994-1995. And now I'm going to let Christy Zamani say a few words on behalf of the past ASI presidents.
President Maxson, I stand here today with my fellow Beach students in a very bittersweet situation. Although we stand here happy for you, full of love, and so rich in your accomplishments, we stand here also with a very heavy heart. I have to say, I've never been one that's very much for cloning, but in this case, I'm willing to make a situation. The way that you just simply are on this campus, the way you exist, and walk around this campus just being who you are with that true heart, that sincerity, that genuinity about you is amazing and something that we all look up to and cherish. I need you to know that you have enriched my life in ways you'll never know, as well as all the other students that are not only around you here today, but the legacy that stands before you right here. We love you very much, and from the bottom of our heart, we want you to know that your footsteps will always be cherished here at the beach. I love you very much.
Okay, and also before we continue, we need to give President Maxson the best Go Beach he has ever heard as a send-away. So on the count of three, we're going to give President Maxson the best Go Beach he's heard. 1, 2, 3. Go Beach! Before we wrap up and head out onto the rest of the festivities, I want all the students really to know that Dr. Maxson not only and has not only been a great president, but he's a great man and a great person, and overall probably the nicest person most of us have ever met. He's a good father, he's been a great husband, and he's been a mentor to all of us here and all of us that are out in the audience today. Also, where's Mrs. Maxson, the other Dr. Maxson? Is she around here somewhere? Give this woman a round of applause because she is the best. on behalf of all the former student body presidents, really representing 11 years of students and all of Dr. Maxson's accomplishments, we want to tell you that we thank you for everything. We love you. I mean, all of us here, we love you so much. And this university would not be where it is today if not for you. So thank you. You're a hero and you're our leader. Thanks for everything.
And now I'm pleased to present to you guys the Long Beach State Cheer Team. President Maxson, we just want to say thank you so much for all that you've done for us. I remember my first year, you had no idea who I was, and you just gave me a high five for absolutely no reason, and that's changed my life, and I know you've done that to other students, but we love you so much, and we're going to miss you so much, and we just want to thank you for being our #1 cheerleader. And so we're going to lead a cheer now, and we'd like all of you guys to kind of yell with us. It's really easy. So please yell with us for President Maxson, because we all love him so much and we're going to miss him. Thank you.
The students and President Maxson, the processional, is proceeding from the Brotman Plaza to the pyramid. It's my understanding that they are at the base of the pyramid. They will be entering the blue entrance in a few minutes, very few minutes. They're here. Please join me in giving a Long Beach State welcome to President Maxson and our First Lady, Dr. Sylvia Maxson. They're coming up the ramp, approaching the blue entrance, making the turn, saying hello to the many students that have come out, approaching the doors, being ushered in as if this was the first time that he ever entered the pyramid. What a wonderful celebration. Here he is, President Robert C. Maxson. As they make their way through, giving high fives, shaking hands. Wending their way through the crowd. Coming in. The spotlight has them. They're being directed, being escorted by members of our cheerleader team, yell leaders, coming down the stairs. President Robert C. Maxson and Dr. Sylvia Maxson. What a wonderful celebration. Sylvia Maxson is approaching the floor of the pyramid, being lined by yell leaders, followed by President Maxson. There they are, Long Beach. Sylvia Maxson, President Robert C. Maxson. Being escorted to his seat. is going over to say hello to some of the dignitaries that have gathered here. And we'd like to invite Dr. Sylvia Maxson to please join me on the platform. She's giving hugs, and now she's approaching the platform. Come on up. Dr. Sylvia Maxson, on behalf of the entire university community, we want to thank you for being a part of our lives. We love you and admire you, and you will always be a part of the thoughts and memories of this university. And please accept this bouquet as an expression of our appreciation. Bouquet is coming that way. I want a hug too. I want a hug. Sylvia Maxson, another round of applause for the First Lady. This time, I'd like to introduce some very special guests. We're honored to be joined by members and their representatives from the California State Assembly, the California State Senate, the United States Congress. The Honorable Rudy Bermudez, Assemblyman from the 56th District, who has brought a certificate of recognition for President Maxson. The Honorable Betty Carnett, Assemblywoman from the 54th District, who has brought a certificate of recognition for Dr. Maxson. The Honorable Jenny Oropeza, Assemblywoman from the 55th District, is represented by Ms. Rosa Hernandez. Ms. Hernandez has brought a certificate of recognition on behalf of Assemblywoman Oropeza. Representing the Honorable Juanita Melinda McDonald, Congressional Representative for the 37th District, is Ms. Moni Singh. Ms. Singh has brought a certificate of congressional recognition on behalf of the Congresswoman. Representing the Honorable Linda Sanchez, Congresswoman from the 39th District, is Ms. Rachel Batuchik. She has brought a certificate of congressional recognition from Congresswoman Sanchez. The Honorable Tom Harmon, Assemblyman from the 67th District, has sent a certificate of recognition. The Honorable Edward Vincent, State Senator for the 25th District of the California State Senate, is out of town. However, he has sent a certificate of recognition in honor of today's program. We have some additional guests that are with us today, and I'd like to briefly introduce them. We have CSU trustee Bob Foster, who serves as chair of the CSULB Presidential Search Committee. We have CSU trustee Murray Gallinson, CSU trustee emeritus Jim Gray, Sandra George, CSU Chief of Staff, Bill Dermody, CSU Chief of Staff, Christine Helwick, CSU General Counsel, Jackie McLean, CSU Vice Chancellor for Human Resources, Beverly Young, Associate Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Chris Steinhauser, Superintendent of Long Beach Unified School District. We also have dozens of emeriti faculty and staff in attendance. Will you all please stand? All the emeriti, faculty and staff, wherever you're sitting, please stand. We're also joined by a number of former ASI executive officers, as you've seen on the video, and we would like them to please stand and be recognized. Now, joining us this afternoon from the System Office is California State University Chancellor Dr. Charles Reed. Dr. Reed.
Thank you, Doug. First of all, I'd like to thank all of you for being here today. The size of this crowd gives you just a hint of the kind of following that Bob Maxson has here in Long Beach and beyond. Bob has been a lion of a president at the beach. Bob is the kind of president that every university and every community wishes they had. I have known more than one university leader who has said to me, "I want to be Bob Maxson. I want to be a president just like Bob Maxson." Bob is the kind of person who knows how to relate to faculty, how to relate to staff, how to relate to community members, and most importantly of all, how to relate to students. I know all of you have seen him walk across a campus, but it's an incredible thing. He knows everyone, and everyone knows him. Bob Maxson gives out more high fives in a day than most people give out in 5 years. Some of you know that I'm a big football fan, and one of my greatest heroes is the legendary coach Vince Lombardi. Vince Lombardi often talked about leadership, and he once said, and I quote, "Leaders are made. They are not born. They are made by hard work, hard effort, which is the price which all of us must pay to achieve any goal that is worthwhile." I want to bring this up because I want to give credit to the fact that Bob Maxson is not just about high fives. Behind the smiles and the fun-loving attitude is a truly hard worker, someone who gives it all to every project he takes on every day. He's been a system-wide leader on high-priority projects like the Leadership for the System in Teacher Education. He has led by example with his collaborative efforts with the Long Beach School District and the community college here. And he's put this university on the map through innovative programs like the Presidential Scholars Program. Because of this hard work and hard work every day, he inspires people to want to make California State University Long Beach a better place. As soon as he told me he was going to leave, we knew that it would be impossible to replace him. But there's a silver lining in all of this. He will continue to work for the California State University system, helping establish our new educational doctorate program and helping mentor new presidents. Along the way, I hope he continues to inspire a new generation of educational leaders in California. Bob, on behalf of the California State University, I want to thank you for your many, many, many contributions and your hard, hard work. We look forward to many more years of your friendship, and go Beach.
Go Beach. Representing the city of Long Beach is CSU Long Beach alumna and Mayor of Long Beach, Dr. Beverly O'Neill.
Good afternoon to all of you. I was thinking when I saw the tape of the entrance of the president and saw how he was loved by the students. It's hard for me to speak as a mayor because I'm a former educator, and I know that when you have an ovation like that, you've done your job really well, and words are almost superfluous. But I just have to say how fortunate all of us in this room are. How fortunate that we have had Bob Maxson in our lives. It's been an experience to watch him for the last 12 years do the job that he has at this university perfectly. A role model for anyone in any position. If you were a faculty member, you knew he was open. You knew he would listen. You knew what his priorities were. If you were a student, you knew that you were the first priority. You were the one that reason that why he is here. And it's obvious that he was loved by all. If you're a business person, they knew him as an innovator, a professional, someone who was able to produce. If you were other educators, you admired him. You admired his energy. If you were a city person, you knew who the president of this university was. You knew him as a man. You knew him as someone that you could talk to because he was part of the city. We came about the same time. I came as mayor. He came as president of the university. And we have felt a close association because we started at the same time, we're ending kind of the same time. And the association has been one where he said, first thing to me, we didn't know each other, he said, this university is going to be part of this community. There are going to be no walls between the university and the city of Long Beach. And that's been true from the very beginning. Faculty members, administrators work for the community, sitting on boards. Students are involved in the community. In fact, two of the students that were presidents, former presidents of yours, Bob, are now working for the city. And so you train them right, and they become part of the city family. And then people in the city know Bob Maxson. They know who the president of the university is. They know Go Beach, which will be with us forever. And what he has left at this university is not just growth in facilities, more alums, more development, more financing, but he's leaving a legacy, and the legacy is one of love, of compassion, of a feeling that everything and everyone about this institution is vitally important. And of course, he has beautiful Sylvia, who's beautiful inside and outside. I can remember when he was first president, she kept talking about Bobby. And I don't know why that struck me. Then I realized they were from the South. But you can tell there's great love and devotion and a strength there, and so you've really had a twosome. But I think with Bob Maxson, we are here at a very momentous time, but we're not really saying goodbye, because Bob, of all the people that I think that I've met, has such a lasting quality. As one of the students said, you're always going to be part of my life. And I think all of us in this room for 12 years have had a chance to see a person that's very significant to all of us, to our lives, to probably the best people person that I've met, the person that likes you whether he knows you. And so for that, Bob, and for the city and from the city, Go Beach. Thanks.
This afternoon, we are joined by the CSULB University Choir and their director, Dr. Jonathan Tallberg. The ensemble will perform Gaudeamus Igitur. Dr. Tallberg. Another round of applause for the University Choir and Dr. Jonathan Tallberg. Gaudeamus Igitur was the number. At this point in the program, I would like to introduce the Associated Student Body President, Ms. Jamie Pollock. Jamie.
We can all admit that every now and then we have our bad days. And I can recall a bad day that I had a while back. President Maxson didn't even have to ask if I was all right. He knew right away that I just needed to talk, and that's what he did. He took me aside and let me talk, and I'm pretty sure I cried a little bit too. Meanwhile, all of his vice presidents sat in the next room and waited 15 minutes for him to call the meeting to order. And I can't think of anywhere else in the world where you can find a university president that can step up as a paternal figure to comfort his students. 12 years ago, CSULB was completely a commuter school, but not anymore. Thanks to the southern hospitality of President Maxson and Sylvia have instilled, this campus is now a place that many students can call home. It amazes me that there are nearly 35,000 students at the beach, and each and every one of them knows who you are. Whether it be from a high five on Friendship Walk, a student in his leadership course, or cheering next to him in a game at this very place, the Pyramid, everybody has experienced your charm. In addition to his charm and parental traits, he is the ultimate student advocate. Every decision that he makes, the first question he asks, and I heard him say it this morning, is how is this going to affect the students? And what is this going to do for our students? Not to mention his desire for shared governance. He has demanded that students be involved in every decision influencing the collegiate experience. Despite President Maxson being the busiest person on campus, he has found time each and every semester to teach his leadership course. In this class, President Maxson gives his definition of a leader. A leader is someone that can move the group towards a mutually accepted goal. President Maxson, we thank you for successfully motivating us towards exhibiting a love and devotion of the beach. Another important piece of advice that President Maxson shared in his course is, change for the sake of change can be good, and good leaders provide an opportunity for people to have change. I recommend we take this valuable piece of advice and place it in our hearts with the rest of our fond memories of our beloved president. President Maxson, we love you.
And as you witnessed previously, we have student body presidents from Susie Aramish to Jamie Pollack with us here today. Please join me in welcoming the chair of the university's Academic Senate, Dr. Margaret Merrifield.
It's not easy to try and capture what Bob Maxson has meant to the faculty of Cal State Long Beach. I could talk about the President's Scholars Program and about how exciting it was to realize that we really could be the university of choice. I could talk about the ways that he found to tell the faculty that they were valued, how he appeared at every possible venue, and how somehow he managed to know not just who everybody was, but what they were doing. I could talk about his commitment to shared governance that has made us the envy of every other CSU campus. Instead of that, I'm going to get personal and talk about the profound effect that Bob Maxson has had on me. It actually dawned on me slowly. It started with small turns of phrase. I realized that the students that I worked with most closely were not just my students, they were my guys. I found myself, occasionally, mind you, starting anecdotes by saying, "True story." I've never been a hugger, and yet I found myself both giving and receiving them more and more. I accumulated beach pins and beach wristbands and cute little surfboards. But it was when I started getting the urge to water green spots that I realized that I, a rational scientist, had joined a cult. Well, I'm here to tell you, you too may be a part of this cult. And here's what to look for. Do you find yourself accessorizing primarily in black and gold? For those of you parents, if your son or daughter says, "Mom, I'm going to the beach," do you first think, "I'm so proud," and then realize that she means Bolsa Chica? When you meet a fellow traveler, do you say, "Hi, how are you today?" Or do you say, "Go beach"? Most important, do you share that optimistic spirit that says we have the best students, faculty, and staff, and that because of that, anything is possible? If so, then count yourself blessed to have been a part of the beach family under Bob Maxson's leadership. Bob, thank you so much.
I don't know about you, but I've got on my black and gold. It's now my privilege to introduce the chair of the Staff Council, Charlene Rice. Charlene.
On behalf of the 1,600 staff members here at California State University Long Beach, I want to thank President Maxson for the generous way that you have supported the staff over the past 12 years. Staff members play a vital role in the university. We are often the main point of contact for students throughout their years of attendance. We are also here to meet the needs of administrators and faculty so they can perform their roles effectively. We advise students, make sure the classrooms and the labs are clean and secure, tend to the grounds, and create an environment conducive to both teaching and learning. One comment we hear over and over again is both at CSULB and at other universities is how respected our staff is. And it's for most part, due to President Maxson. Under his administration, the Staff Council was resurrected and strengthened. He attends our monthly Staff Council meetings to update us on what's happening at the beach, and so we can share it with our colleagues. But even more important, there is at least one staff member on all major campus decision-making bodies. Many campuses do not provide the same opportunities for staff that President Maxson does at CSULB. One of the other ways President Maxson makes working here a pleasure is by providing us with a beautiful campus environment. President Maxson, in honor of your incredible leadership, faith, and support of the staff, and to show our gratitude, the Staff Council has donated a grove of peach trees in your name. We will think of you and your legacy often and enjoy the beauty of these trees and remember every time we are in that part of campus. So thank you again, President Maxson, and best wishes in your future, and we love you. Thank you.
It's my pleasure to introduce my friend and colleague, William Griffith, the university's Vice President for Administration and Finance. Bill.
Well, you'll be pleased to know that in order not to prolong this event until well into the evening hours, the vice presidents did limit themselves to one speaker. What a great ride that we've had these past 11 years. Of all the presidents we have worked for and with during our varied careers, the vice presidents agree that none are on a par with Bob Maxson. While Bob shares many attributes with other successful presidents, it's obvious that he stands out and above them as well. So what is it that sets Bob Maxson apart from these other presidents? What makes him so special? You've heard many good reasons from the other speakers, but it's not just those reasons, or his great strength and character, or even his accent and his handshake that differentiate him. Yes, it is all of those things, but it's also a unique combination of three areas of ability: vision, style, and leadership. Theodore Hesburgh said, "The very essence of leadership is that you have to have a vision." From day one, Bob Maxson had a vision for this campus, and it was clear, simple, and well communicated. His vision was to make Long Beach the university of choice by putting students first and by promoting excellence in all things. It was to recruit good students while preserving access. It was to improve the campus reputation and recognition by being visible, by opening the campus, by telling our story in any form, in any forum, and at any time, and by successfully branding the beach. His vision was to grow the campus in size while growing it in quality. and it was to inspire campus civility, spirit, and pride by personal example. After 11 years, the evidence of accomplishment is plentiful and even self-evident to those who know the institution and who have followed its impressive progress during his tenure. Bob Maxson also has an operating style that's hard to believe at first, but you quickly learn it's not an act. It couldn't be. Bob is one of those rarities where what you see is what you get. His style is different from others with his consistency, his sincerity, his down-to-earth manner, with his boundless energy, optimism, and enthusiasm, with his unprecedented openness and decision-making, with his unparalleled visibility and accessibility, with his respect for all those who work on campus, and most importantly, with his love for students. In my experience, no other president can demonstrate as many of these qualities or demonstrate them to the degree that Bob does. Bob Maxson will be an incredibly tough act to follow. Bob also practices what he preaches. I recently invited Bob to speak to my senior management group on leadership, and he was able to capture in simple statements the essence of unique leadership philosophy that we have come to know and come to love. He calls them Maxsonisms, and they will seem familiar. Here are a few. A leader brings people together. The best leaders lead through the ability to persuade, not through fear or authority. The best leaders are well-liked. If people like you, they're more likely to save you from making a mistake. The best leaders have personal integrity. If people don't trust you, they won't follow you. The best leaders thank people for what they do. The best leaders have lots of energy. And here's a special insight. Bob believes that energy is derived from happiness, which is just a decision. Think about it. Anybody can decide to be happy. I may even try it myself. The best leaders are self-confident and trust their instincts. They seek windows of opportunity, and they're decisive in pursuing them. And finally, one of my favorites, the best leaders surround themselves with smart people, they listen to them, and they give them credit for what they do. Vision, style, and leadership, combined with a phenomenal memory and a humane and caring heart, make Bob Maxson truly special among presidents. I want to close with a quote from Maya Angelou. People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. We will not forget Bob Maxson. Bob and Sylvia, we thank you for the legacy. We thank you for your unselfish dedication, but most especially, Bob, we thank you for being our leader, our mentor, and our friend. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve with you. Now, if I could ask the other vice presidents to please join me at the podium for an announcement. And I will turn the mic over to my friend and colleague, Provost Gary Richard.
As much as Bob Maxson has done to improve the quality of student experience, student enthusiasm, as much as Bob Maxson has done to improve the academic quality of this university and its reputation nationwide and beyond, as much as Bob Maxson has done for the morale of staff and the morale of faculty, he's done as much as a president of our beautiful campus environment. He's been a president of the campus in almost every way imaginable. And we have had the presence of Bob Maxson on our campus all the time, all day long, every day. I don't think there's a president in America who spent more time on his campus grounds being with the students and the faculty and the staff. We're used to having Bob Maxson around out there. So how do we replicate that? One way we do it is the way the Staff Council has lovingly done with the grove of peach trees. But we're also here, I'm proud to announce, to recognize a permanent presence from this point on of Bob Maxson on our campus. We're all familiar with the plaza behind Brotman Hall. So many wonderful pictures of Bob, of Sylvia, of students have been shot on that plaza. From this day forward, that plaza will be known as Maxson Plaza. On that plaza, a permanent plaque will be erected, which appears behind me, I'm told, and I'm told I'm not to turn around. I'm working on faith here, work with me. If you can't read it, the plaque says, Maxson Plaza, in honor of Robert C. Maxson, President 1994-2005. A good leader inspires people to have confidence in their leader. A great leader inspires people to have confidence in themselves. Go Beach! Many of you know that our students led an initiative just a few months ago and secured approval for a permanent name change also on our campus. State University Drive, as soon as we can arrange for all the proper signage, will be known as Beach Drive. Can anyone here think of a more appropriate thing for students decades from now to be saying than, I'll meet you at Maxson Plaza on Beach Drive? Now I get the ultimate honor of the afternoon, and that is to bring to the stage that guy we love, the president nonpareil of American colleges and universities in the United States, someone that everyone has talked about as being the most special leader that one could have, our dear friend, our really noble leader, a great guy, Bob Maxson.
Thank you, Bob. You're welcome, sir. Thank you, good job.
Thank you. 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 I wonder, would it be possible to turn the lights up so I can see these guys? You can't see anybody from here. Could, maybe? Well, it shows when you're leaving that they... Anyway, if we can get the lights up a little bit, we'll get the lights up. If we can't, we won't worry about it. Let me... Good, thank you. We got part of them up. I want to thank you so much. I want to thank the men and women who planned this wonderful occasion. Sylvia and I are so honored, and especially Mayor O'Neill, thank you for coming. This woman, she was the president of Long Beach City College. I think she became mayor maybe the same month I became president here, and we've been partners ever since. And Mayor, it's been such an honor to serve under you. And I don't know if you guys know it, but she's the chair of the National Mayors Conference. Now, that's all the mayors in America, New York City, Dallas, everywhere. And here the mayor from little old Long Beach is the chair of all of those mayors. Thank you so much. Chancellor Reed, thank you. Chancellor Reed is a special friend of mine. I love this man. I admire this man. And I'm going to tell you something about Chancellor Reed. And I want especially the students to know this. Chancellor Reed is the most influential person in the country on national education issues and policies. He is the single most influential voice in the nation. And most of our faculty and staff don't know it, but he's called to Washington on a regular basis to give expert testimony to Congress. And he's also invited by the Conference of Governors, that's the 50 governors, when they hold their meetings, they invite him to come talk to them about education, K through graduate school. He knows more about national issues and policies in education than anyone I know. And Chancellor, I love working for you, and thank you for being here. I do appreciate it very much. Also, thank Staff Council, Marge, the Academic Senate, the VPs, Bill Griffith, all of you guys, Doug, and my little Jamie Pollock. Jamie, I can't see over here because of the lights. I love Jamie. Jamie's student body president, and I say this all the time because, oh, here she is, because I love saying it. Jamie is 21 years old, and she is in the Masters of Business Administration program. I mean, this kid's smart, and she's also a very good little politician, too. Jamie, thank you so much. Now, a lot of people have asked me what we're going to do when we retire, and I'm going to tell you the best. Oh, the lights. Thank you. Now I can see. I want to tell you there's a lot of golf to be played that we haven't had time to play. There's a lot of boating to enjoy that we haven't taken the time to enjoy. And up in the Pacific Northwest, there are a lot of trails to be hiked and a few mountains to be climbed, and Sylvia and I expect to hike every one of those trails and climb every one of those mountains. So that's sort of what the future plans of the Maxsons when we get through working for Charlie and for Murray and the board over here over the next year or two. This, Sylvia and I saved the best for last. What a wonderful place to end long careers before you start your new adventures. You guys have been so kind and so sweet to us, and we never take that for granted. I met with the department chairs this morning. We had a meeting of all our department chairs, academic department chairs on campus, and we were talking about this university. And I said, this campus, this is a compassionate campus. This is a campus that is based, is sort of grounded on mutual respect and mutual admiration. This is a campus that has wonderful self-respect, wonderful self-acceptance, wonderful self-pride. And I'd like to think that together we've all developed a shared vision for this place, and that vision has been based on that vision's been based on civility. It's been based on civility, working together, treating people right. And one of the things that, and Jamie said it, others said it, but one of the things I admire about Chancellor Reed, and one of the things that I believe, and Chancellor Reed is, I've heard him say it so many times, all the presidents get together on a regular basis, 23 of us with the Chancellor, and we talk about things. Sometimes we come up with good ideas, sometimes we come up with some pretty goofy ideas, but Chancellor Reed always says, what about the students? What's this going to do for our students? And I think that's the thing I admire most in him, and that's the thing I admire most in people in education. What about the students? And finally, to all of you students, I love you guys. They never created a university so a president could have a job. I mean, the only reason any of us are here are because of you. And my motivation, and my motivation every day to get up and come to this campus, and Gary's right, I'm not a conventioneer, I'm not a traveler, I'm here every single day, and my motivation to come to this campus every single day are the students. I thank you guys, I love you guys, and anyway, Sylvia and I thank all of you. This is a special day, it's a special place, and again, we saved the best for last. Go Beach.
I guess they love you, Bob. Bob, this entire assemblage would like to express our gratitude to you for providing 12 years of outstanding leadership to this university. You have guided this institution into its golden years, and for that we will be eternally grateful. And we would like to share with you a video entitled A Tribute to President Maxson, narrated by your very good friend, Dr. Carl Anatol. A tribute to President Maxson.
Dr. Robert C. Maxson's impressive academic career includes a vital testament of character at Mississippi State University in 1968 and 1969. While finishing his doctoral degree in education, Robert Maxson helped integrate the public schools in Philadelphia, Mississippi. This courageous and progressive action transpired only 4 years after civil rights murders were committed in the same town, eventually portrayed in the film Mississippi Burning.
We had a very strong commitment to what was happening in the South. And we felt very strongly about the fact that education was a key area that needed reform, that needed change. That was happening to some degree. And Bob felt that he really needed to go in and push the envelope to make it happen in a more positive way and to help everybody feel comfortable with what was happening for betterment of education as a whole.
After receiving his doctorate, Robert Maxson's career ascended rapidly. First, he was hired to join the Auburn University faculty at Montgomery, Alabama. 7 years later, he was appointed Dean of Education at Appalachian State. The next major move was to the Victoria campus of the University of Houston, where he was named Chancellor. Robert Maxson also served as Associate Provost and Interim President of the multi-campus University of Houston system. In 1984, he was hired as President of the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Then a decade later, in March of 1994, CSU Chancellor Barry Munitz announced that Dr. Maxson would become the 5th president of CSULB.
Well, it was a thrilling time for us. We were very excited about the opportunity to come to Cal State Long Beach. Bob had done his homework. He knew the challenges that were here. He knew the problems that the university had faced with budgets and things like that in the early 90s. And he knew the level of faculty commitment on this campus. And so we were ready to really take this university where it was and move it to another level. He had great vision and great enthusiasm for what lay ahead.
In his first year at Cal State Long Beach, Dr. Maxson hit the ground running and immediately shared his vision for a bright future. But first, there were celebrations and gala grand openings of new dazzling buildings on campus. It began in October at the dedication of the Richard and Karen Carpenter Performing Arts Center. The celebration continued through the following month when the Pyramid opened its doors for the first time on November 30th, 1994. Pyramid patrons and faithful followers of the men's basketball team were rewarded in that inaugural season with an invitation to March Madness, the big dance known as the NCAA tournament. President Maxson's initial leadership galvanized the faculty, the administration, the staff, and the students. The goal was campus unity. The tenacious pursuit of excellence in academics would require everyone to pull and to pull together. In the effort, each would become better and all would benefit. The President's Scholars Program emerged as the central rallying concept. The drive to make CSULB the university of choice would attract the best and the brightest and would ultimately lead the campus toward becoming one of America's greatest urban universities. From a mere 10 students in the fall of 1995 to a total of nearly 800 over 11 years, the cumulative collection of California's high school valedictorians and National Merit Scholars has had a significant impact on higher education. That impact continues to ripple through the finest graduate schools across the country. One of the early scholars, Catherine Gainey, is now a Harvard Law graduate and has already argued a case before the U.S. Supreme Court.
I would just like to thank all of the faculty members who are so instrumental in allowing me to go to Harvard and to live my dream. And also, of course, to President Maxson and to Sylvia. They've been phenomenal role models, and their support has meant so very much. And go Beach.
The success stories of the President's Scholars Program, combined with other academic achievements, now position CSULB as one of the top 3 comprehensive public master's universities in the West. U.S. News & World Report recently bestowed this prestigious honor for the 2nd year in a row. Another important aspect of the President's Scholars Program was its funding source, philanthropic donations exclusively. Motivated to contribute, the alumni, individuals, and corporations generously gave the financial support the program required to flourish. Dr. Maxson's fundraising prowess proved to be exemplary, the campus ranked #1 in private financial support among public comprehensive universities in 1997. Fueled by this early momentum, the rapid pace of acquiring gifts and contributions continued unabated for the next 8 years. With his outspoken enthusiasm and charismatic personality, Dr. Maxson represented the human face of Cal State Long Beach. His outreach efforts included hosting a weekly television program titled Beach View.
Hi, I'm Bob Maxson, President of Cal State Long Beach. My guest today...
By keeping the focus on faculty and staff accomplishments and major university research projects, Beach View served as a vital communications resource connecting the campus to the larger community. More than 300 Beach View episodes were recorded over 10 years. In providing the campus with encouragement and a great sense of identity, the phrase, "Go Beach," was never far from Dr. Maxson's lips. Indeed, the beach caught on. Students embraced the slogan and exhibited beach pride, evident in clothing, merchandise, and fan support at sporting events. Athletic teams at the beach excelled. As the #1 beach fan, Dr. Maxson witnessed success in a variety of programs. Men's basketball participated in the NCAA tournament in 1995 and won the Big West Conference regular season title in 1996. The baseball team, affectionately known as the Dirtbags, played in the College World Series in 1998, finishing in the top 4. Since 1996, the women's softball team has won 4 conference titles and participated in 7 NCAA regionals. Women's volleyball, a perennial contender, completed an undefeated season by winning a 3rd NCAA national title in December of '98. Men's volleyball reached the national finals in 2004. A number of beach athletic programs were consistently ranked in the top 20. Midway through Dr. Maxson's presidency, a very special commemoration occurred on campus. The university's 50th anniversary arrived amid splendor in 1999. Along with appropriate reflection on the past and gratitude for the efforts of previous torchbearers, Dr. Maxson expressed great hope in moving the university forward.
This campus, this university, has its brightest futures, to look forward to.
Dr. Maxson's legacy will be the recollection of the daily walks he took across the university's grounds. He often referred to the landscape as a beautiful garden campus. These walks provided him an opportunity to see the campus the way the students were seeing it, and the routine exercise also resulted in his visible presence becoming ubiquitous among the student body. Meeting students, interacting with students, and serving the academic needs of students engaged Dr. Maxson in a passionate devotion that everyone noticed. Everyone, including many outside of the beach. Students from all of the campuses in the CSU system selected him as President of the Year 4 times. Finally, the award was named the Dr. Robert Maxson Award.
I believe that students here on our campus, as well as those with whom he's interacted system-wide, really believe that he's here for them, helping them to achieve their goals as professionals or whatever job they want to pursue, and understanding that for all of us here at the university, we are here for the students, and I think that's something that they feel very comfortable and confident in, that he's here for them, and they know that.
Graduates, you will always be a part of Cal State Long Beach. Cal State Long Beach will always be a part of you. I love this university. I want you to share that same love, that same passion for Long Beach State.
At the end of each school year, commencement offers recognition to those who have earned degrees. It is the ultimate university ceremony where all of the students' academic achievements come to fruition. Dr. Maxson shook the hand of every graduate who walked across the stage. He used the occasion to remind graduates to remember always their time at Cal State Long Beach.
And remember, go Beach.
That brings us to the end of this afternoon's program. We want to thank you all for joining us, and thank you again, Bob and Sylvia, for sharing your lives with us for the past 12 years. The reception will follow. Drive safely, everyone. Thank you very much.